Hello everyone, myself Deepa Singh, working as assistant professor in Gyan Vihar School of Pharmacy, SGU Jaipur. Today we discuss about protein binding, definition of a protein binding, and detailed description of about protein binding and where protein binding takes place, including blood cells and extravascular tissue and plasma, and all the component where binding takes place. So in this topic, mainly you know about what is protein binding and the various site for protein binding. And this is a subject of biopharmaceutics and pharmacokinetic, BPharm 6M subject. And before starting this topic, you should know about learning object, and this learning object in this include introduction and definition of a protein binding of the drug, binding of the drug with different blood cells and extravascular tissue where binding takes place, including blood cell. In blood cell, maybe plasma or certain RBC, WBC or other blood cells. And extravascular tissue may be kidney, liver, lungs, any other extravascular tissue included in this protein binding. And next is different factors affecting protein binding. Which factors are responsible or affecting the protein binding, or maybe affect the binding of a particular drug to a particular site, or which are the requirements for this protein binding, every drug is bind or not to that particular site. All this you know about in protein binding. And significance of protein. What are the significance of protein binding? And in this content that we should know about this protein binding, we include all these topics. Introduction about protein binding and classes of a protein binding. The protein binding takes place or different classes of a protein binding. Binding of a drug to blood component, where the binding takes place in blood component, including plasma protein binding and binding of a drug to blood cell. You know that your blood component may be contain plasma and blood, and plasma is 60% of blood cells, maybe 40%. And binding of a drug takes place both in plasma as well as blood cell. And so we check that how much drug is bind to particular site, maybe in blood cell or maybe in a plasma. And binding of drug to extravascular tissue protein. Extravascular tissue protein, mainly liver, kidney, lungs to include. And in this, you know about where the drug is bind to extravascular tissue. Next topic is factor affecting protein binding. What are the factors affect protein binding or responsible to improper binding of the drug, protein? And next is significance of protein binding and tissue binding of the drug, and references. So in the introduction part of the protein binding, you can see this diagram. In diagram, first we take the drug, that is input, and after taking the drug, it goes to absorption site or maybe get through absorption. And after absorption, there's a reversible process, that is drug distribution. After distribution, there's a drug biotransformation which takes place, and this drug absorption drug distribution is reversible process. Drug distribution to biotransformation is irreversible process, and there may be chances that there's a reversible process after drug distribution. Drug goes in a plasma, and it's a reversible process. Or there are another chances that drug after distribution should drug biotransformation. It is also reversible process, and this biotransformation also show two phase or two probability. One is irreversible process and another is reversible process. In irreversible process, it may be directly drug excrete out to your body. Means after biotransformation, excretion takes place. And in reversible process, drug after biotransformation, drug goes in a plasma, and this is a reversible process. And after drug reaches in plasma, there may be chances that the reversible process takes place, that is excretion. Or there may be some drug are directly excrete out after distribution, and this process is also a reversible process. So these are the flowchart or diagram that involve the various drug distribution and excretion of the drug. And in the introduction part of the protein binding, protein binding is a phenomenon of a complex formation of the drug with protein. It is called as protein drug binding. Means you say that the name indicate itself that in this protein and drug are formed the complex, or it is the formation of a complex between the drug and protein is called as protein drug binding. Because in this your drug may be interact or protein interact with drug or form the complex of protein and drug. That's why it is known as protein drug binding. And the protein are particularly reversible for such interaction. And a drug interact with several tissue component, and the protein binding is a reversible process. It should be responsible for interaction, and there is an interaction for this protein binding is for several sites or maybe different component. There's a binding of protein which is divided into two components. These are the main components. And these two components are like first blood and second is extravascular tissue. And extravascular tissue will mainly include protein, fats, and bones. These are the extravascular tissue, but in class of blood cell, the blood is again divided into further two classes. Because blood have two parts, one is plasma, second is blood cell, and blood is that's further divided into two parts, plasma protein and blood cell binding. And in protein binding may be divided into two category, that is intracellular binding or extracellular binding. These are the two binding protein binding type are divided into two category, extra and intracellular binding site. In mechanism of a protein drug binding, binding of a drug to protein is generally of reversible and irreversible. Means you do not say that the binding is a reversible process. It depends on the process or depend on the drug or site where binding takes place. So it may be reversible or irreversible process. And generally reversible involve weak chemical bonds, such as if you observe a reversible process due to maybe certain weak chemical bond or certain bond like hydrogen bond or hydrophobic bond or ionic bond and van der Waals force. These are the main bonds or chemical interaction that are responsible for reversible binding of the drug with protein. Otherwise, it may be reversible or irreversible binding. And in case of irreversible, through rare arise a result of covalent binding and often reason for carcinogenicity or tissue toxicity of the drug. If your binding of drug is irreversible, this is mainly due to the covalent binding or covalent bond, or maybe this shows some carcinogenicity or tissue toxicity of the drug, or show certain more side effects. Means this binding is binding of the drug with maybe blood cell or maybe extravascular tissue, and this is mainly to that intracellular or extracellular. Or this protein binding may be divided into two categories. It does not specify that it's a reversible or irreversible. It may be reversible or maybe irreversible. This reversible and irreversible property depend on type of drug. If your drug suppose having a bond like hydrogen bond, hydrophobic bond, or ionic bond, or van der Waals forces, in this condition, we observe this reversible binding of the drug or protein binding. But in case of irreversible, there is a certain covalent binding takes place, or this irreversible may be due to the covalent binding. But irreversible also shows some carcinogenicity or cancer causing problem or tissue toxicity. It is not good for person. So this irreversible binding of the drug mainly show more problem or more carcinogenicity or toxicity problem. Next is drug. This protein binding, maybe protein binding flowchart. How drug is absorbed, bind with protein or other extravascular tissue. First, to take the drug and drug get absorbed. After absorbed drug, free drug in the plasma, or maybe it enter in the plasma or available in a free drug in plasma. And this free drug in plasma again show reversible transport or that protein binding in drug plasma. Means after administration, drug get absorbed, and after absorption, drug available in plasma in a free form. And these plasma level drug showing reversible process, and this may be protein found in plasma or with plasma. And there may be second chances that it is also reversible. Free plasma drug is directly reaches to receptor for producing pharmacological effect. And after reaching to receptor, they show pharmacological and therapeutic response to particular site, which is required for particular drug. And then if this process is not occur, or receptor and the drug in plasma don't reach to receptor, so in this condition, no pharmacological response is observed and no therapeutic action is observed. There may be chances that drug is excluded out, or maybe show some more toxic effect instead of therapeutic effect. So before showing pharmacological effect and therapeutic response, drug should be reaches to a particular receptor. Otherwise, it do not show any pharmacological response or no therapeutic action is absorbed. This is a process of protein drug binding, how it takes place binding. In types of binding, first binding type is plasma protein binding. And in plasma protein binding of a drug, the plasma protein is reversible. The extent or order of binding to plasma protein is, means plasma protein binding is mainly reversible process, and this binding shows a specific sequence where it bind more or where it bind less. And if you see this plasma protein binding sequence, so in this albumin have a largest binding affinity or availability compared to alpha glycoprotein, alpha 1 acid glycoprotein. Then alpha acid glycoprotein have a more affinity compared to lipoprotein, and lipoprotein has more affinity than globulin. Means the highest affinity for plasma protein binding is albumin, and least or less affinity for plasma protein binding is globulin. These are the sequence where the protein binding takes place according to amount. In plasma protein binding, first binding of a drug to human serum albumin. Now we discuss how much drug is bind to particular site or affinity of particular site. Now we discuss this one by one. First site is albumin, where largest binding is takes place or having a more affinity for binding. That is with albumin, and it is also known as human serum albumin. And it is the most abundant plasma protein. It is having a molecular weight of 65,000 Dalton with large drug binding capacity, endogenous compound, and variety of a type of a drug. This is the largest site where the binding is takes place. Almost all type of the drug are bind with mention of albumin, and plasma protein concentration is almost over 59%, and molecular weight up to 65,000 are bind with this mention albumin. And binding capacity is more, means larger size particle size also bind with human serum albumin, and endogenous compound as well as the number of drug or large variety of drug bind with human serum albumin. In this human serum albumin, there is a 4 binding site. If we can say that this binding site is further divided into 4 categories: the site 1, site 2, site 3, and site 4. And another name of this site or synonym of this site, that this site 1 is also known as warfarin. And azobramazine binding site, it is a name of site 1, and in site 2 there's a diazepam site binding site, and site 3 is also known as levothyroxine binding site, and site 4 is known as tamoxifen binding site. These are the 4 sites for human serum albumin, and the drug is bind with these 4 sites according to their affinity or according to their nature. Next is binding of a drug to alpha acid glycoprotein. In this alpha 1 acid glycoprotein is also known as orosumucoid, and it's the second site where the affinity is more but less to human serum albumin, and it is also known as orosumucoid. It is a molecular weight up to 44,000 and plasma concentration range of 0.04 to 0.1 gram per cent. It binds a number of basic drugs like imipramine, lidocaine, propanol, and quinidine. It is also have affinity for large number of drugs that bind, and the molecular weight is also high, but compared to human serum less, and molecular weight up to 44,000 Dalton bind on this alpha 1 acid glycoprotein, and ranges is 0.04 to 1.1 gram per percent bind. And mainly basic drug are bind on this alpha acid glycoprotein. In this, if you see the example of this basic drug like imipramine, lidocaine, propanol, and quinidine are takes place. And this alpha 1 acid glycoprotein is also known as orosumucoid. Now, third site for binding is binding of a drug to lipoprotein. It also have a less affinity to compare to human serum albumin and alpha 1 acid glycoprotein. And in lipoprotein are amphiphilic in nature. It contains combination of lipid as well as apoprotein. Means this lipoprotein is also known as amphiphilic in nature, and it have both in nature combination of lipid as well as apoprotein. And lipoprotein, lipophilic lipid consists of triglycerides, cholesterol, ester, and hydrophilic apoprotein consists of free cholesterol and protein. Lipoprotein are mainly amphiphilic in nature. Amphiphilic means having a both type of nature, hydrophilic and as well as lipophilic in nature. So in this side, there's both type of drug are get bind, and mainly consist of different group for binding. And for in case of lipid, there's a combination of lipid and apoprotein. For hydrophilic, it also binds with hydrophilic drug. In this, triglyceride and cholesterol ester are the main. For hydrophilic apoprotein consists of free cholesterol and protein. The molecular weight of lipoprotein up to 2 lakh to 34 lakh depend on their chemical composition. They are classified on the basis of their input density. Means in this lipoprotein binding takes place molecular weight up to 2 lakhs to 34 lakhs, and this binding is capacity mainly depend on the chemical composition or nature of that particular drug. And this lipoprotein is further divided into different categories like microns, very low density lipoprotein, low density lipoprotein, and high density lipoprotein. These are the subcategory of lipoprotein and the subtypes of the lipoprotein. Next, fourth site is binding of a drug to globulin. It's the last site for binding of protein. It is mainly bind to endogenous substance. In this plasma, several globulin has been identified, and alpha-1 acid glycoprotein is also known as transprotein, and corticosteroid binding globulin. Means this globulin is bind with endogenous substance, endogenous compound, and in this globulin is again further divided into three classes: alpha-1 globulin, alpha-2 globulin, and beta-1 globulin. These alpha-1 globulin is also known as transprotein. And the binding to alpha-1 globulin or transprotein is mainly corticosteroids are bind to this side. And second is alpha-2 globulin. In this is ceruloplasmin, and in this binding of vitamin A, D, E, and K cupric ions are mainly takes place. Means another name of alpha-2 globulin is ceruloplasmin and binding with ADEK and cupric acid ions. And third is beta-1 globulin. This is also known as transferrin, and synonym of beta-1 globulin is transferrin. It is bind with ferrous ion. And these are the three subparts of binding to globulin. And you can maybe remember this name or another name of that particular name or subcategory of globulin. Means this alpha-1 globulin is also known as transprotein. Alpha-2 globulin is also known as ceruloplasmin, and beta-1 globulin is known as transferrin. These three are almost similar. There's little bit difference. And alpha-1 globulin is bind with steroids like formulation, but in alpha-2 globulin are bind with maybe protein, vitamins like ADEK and cupric ions. And beta-1 globulin mainly binds with ferrous ions. These are all about the globulin. Next, binding of a drug to blood cells. It's the second binding. In this drug bind with blood component or blood cells. There's a different blood cells according to the affinity drug gets bind. In this first, there is binding with blood cell, and second is plasma, because blood is made up with both plasma and blood cells. So previous one we discussed already binding with plasma. Now we second part discuss binding with blood cells. So in blood also there is a different component. In this blood, 40% of blood cell of which major component is about RBC. Everyone know that your blood is made up with WBC, RBC, or any other component like platelets. And out of this 100% blood cell, almost 95% of RBC is present. Means 100% blood component or blood is made up with plasma and blood cell. Out of this, there's 60% plasma and 40% blood. So out of this, 40% of the blood cell contains 95% of RBC, and remaining is platelet or white blood cells. The RBC is a 500 times in diameter as albumin, and their rate and extent of entering the RBC is more for lipophilic drug. And these significant RBC drug binding is possible. The RBC compromise three components. Means these type of drug get bind on lipophilic drug are get bind with RBC due to the lipophilic in nature, and it is also dependent on type of the drug. Or RBC maybe content diameter is up to 500 times, and then albumin, and it may be comprised three components like hemoglobin, carbonic anhydrase, or cell membrane. Again, this RBC is divided into three categories, or RBC contains three components. First is hemoglobin, second is carbonic anhydrase, and third one is cell membrane. According to type of this, affinity of the drug can bind. And in hemoglobin, it has a molecular weight of 64,500 kilograms. Drug like phenytoin, phenobarbital bind to hemoglobin. Means when you can see that with hemoglobin, larger molecular weight or 64,000. So binding with this blood cell again further divided into three categories, that is hemoglobin, carbonic anhydrase, and cell membrane. And according to affinity, particular drug that bind with this blood cell. For hemoglobin, suppose molecular weight up to 64,500 Dalton, like phenytoin, phenobarbital bind to hemoglobin. And for carbonic anhydrase inhibitor drug are bind like to be acetazolamide, chlorothalidone type of drug are bind with carbonic anhydrase site. And for drug bind with cell membrane like imipramine, chlorpromazine are reported to bind with RBC membrane. These are the subcategory in this blood cells are bind. And this is you check according to different affinity or type of the drug. Hemoglobin bind with up to 64,500 latent molecular weight, like phenytoin, phenobarbital. And for carbonic anhydrase, it bind with carbonic anhydrase inhibitor drugs like acetazolamide and chlorothalidone. And C is cell membrane. Cell membrane is bind with imipramine, chloropromazine are reported to bind with RBC membrane. This is all about binding of drugs with the blood cell, and in blood cell RBC is further divided into these three categories. And after this, this is the table. So in this you can see that different binding site according to their type of the drug. In this first part, we see that plasma protein binding, and this plasma protein binding is again divided into four parts. That is albumin, alpha-1 acid glycoprotein, C is lipoprotein, and D is globulin. And this albumin is further divided into four parts. That is site 1, site 2, site 3, and site 4. Site 1 is also known as warfarin. Site 2 is diazepam. Site 3 is digoxin, and site 4 is tamoxifen. And these are the example for this plasma protein binding drug like dimucosamprol, phenylbutyrate, mefloquine, and sodium valproate. These are some examples. Digoxin, tamoxifen. And the second type of the plasma protein is alpha-1 acid glycoprotein, and it is also known as mucosamoid. And in this, imipramine, amitriptyline, nontriptyline, and leucosen, propanol are the example of this category. And second is lipoprotein. It is known as chylomicron. It is a very low or density lipoprotein or low density lipoprotein and high density lipoprotein divided into three categories. That is VDL, LDL, or HDL. An example of this class is acidic drug like diclofenac, neutral is cyclophorin A, and basic is chlorproxamine. And B is globulin, and globulin is further divided into different categories like alpha-1, alpha-2, beta-1, beta-2, and beta-3, and gamma. And these are the example. And this is all about plasma protein binding. And second part is plasma, not plasma, blood cell binding that we're discussing now. And it is further divided into hemoglobin, carbonic anhydrase, and cell membrane. These are the example: phenytoin, phenobarbital, pentobarbital, like type carbonic anhydrase inhibitor. Third is the binding with tissue. In this tissue, there's a different binding is also takes place according to affinity. And this example is liver, lungs, kidney, and skin, eye, hair, and blood, and fat and nucleic acid. These are the binding site for tissue. And example of this is paracetamol, chloroform, and phenylprotein, carbonic acetylchloride. These are the example of this binding to tissue. Next is binding of a drug to extravascular tissue. In the extravascular tissue, mainly you know about what are the extravascular tissue and example of extravascular tissue and how it takes place with binding to extravascular tissue. In this tissue, binding drug is much more significant because the body tissue compromise 80% of 40% of the body weight, which are 100 times than human albumin serum. Means extravascular tissue are majorly present 40% in your body, and the molecular weight of this extravascular tissue is 100 times than human serum albumin. And storage site for drug is like factor influence localization of the drug in tissue, or lipophilicity, structural feature of the drug, perfusion rate, pH difference. These are the factors that affect or binding or the extravascular tissue binding. And in this, you see the order how it takes place binding. First is liver. This higher binding when we see in extravascular tissues takes place in liver. Then kidney, then lung and muscle. Means lowest binding takes place in muscle, but highest in liver. And after there's a kidney and lungs, then muscle. Several examples of extravascular tissue binding are liver, lungs, kidney, skin, eye, hair, and it is seen in hair, bones, fat, and nucleic acid. These are the another extravascular tissue where binding takes place. Next is determination of protein binding. How you determine this protein binding and how much amount of protein binding is takes place. There's a two methods available. First is direct technique, and second is first is indirect technique, and second is direct technique. Both are almost same, but in the determination techniques may be vary, or certain instrument are maybe vary. In indirect technique, there's equilibrium dialysis you use, and dynamic dialysis also use, ultrafiltration, ultracentrifugation, and gel filtration. These are the technique for indirect technique. It gives good result, but not proper as compared to direct technique. In this, you use in lab scale also. In ultrafiltration, maybe you take filtration technique, ultracentrifugation, after centrifugation, you filter or check how much drug is bind to a particular site, and gel filtration is also possible. Even dialysis and dynamic dialysis, this is method you also use for indirect technique. This is all about indirect technique. And second type is direct technique. In direct technique, there's a UV spectroscopy, fluorimetry, and HPLC. UV spectroscopy may be used for direct measurement and give good result with the help of UV light or with the UV spectroscopy. Next is fluorometry, is also instrumental based method, and high performance lipid chromatography. These are the techniques they use for direct determination or with the help of certain instrument. This gives more appropriate result compared to indirect technique or indirect method. These are the factors affecting protein binding. Which factors are responsible to affect the protein binding or how affect this protein binding? In this factor affecting protein binding, mainly first is physicochemical characteristic of the drug. Physicochemical, you know that different this may be a factor of the binding of a drug or protein binding. In this, protein binding is directly related to lipophilicity and stereoselectivity of the drug. And suppose the drug is more lipophilic or more lipid soluble in nature or stereoselective in nature, so it should more protein binding compared to a hydrophilic drug or any other nature of the drug. And the second is concentration of the drug in the body. Means how much concentration drug bind in your body is also depend on person to person. The extent of protein drug binding can change with both change in drug as well as protein concentration. Means how much drug or how much extent bind with the drug to both change in drug as well as protein concentration, how much protein is available or how much drug concentration is available, and it concentration level is mainly vary to person. And affinity of a drug for particular binding component, how the drug shows the affinity to particular binding component or binding site. This is a drug having their own specific protein binding site or specific site. Next, second factor is protein tissue related factor. In protein tissue related factor, physicochemical characteristic of protein or binding agent mainly check, and physicochemical characteristic mainly check the lipophilicity or pH, pK, or any nature for dissolving particular type. In this, lipoprotein and adipose tissue tends to bind lipophilic drug by dissolving them in the lipid core. Means if your drug is lipophilic in nature, or lipoprotein and adipose tissue more binding are observed by with the help of this lipophilic in nature drug and dissolve in lipid core compared to hydrophilic drug. Suppose you are taking lipophilic in drug, so that this drug is easily bind or more bind with lipoprotein and adipose tissue due to their lipophilicity nature and also more dissolving or fast dissolving property on lipid core. Secondly, the physiological pH determination, the presence of active anionic and cationic group of the drug to bind on the albumin. In this, it is also depend on the pH method or pH of the particular tissue or anionic or cationic drug of the drug to bind with the albumin. Next is factor concentration of a protein or binding component. In this concentration of a protein or binding component, the amount of several protein and tissue components are available for binding. Changes during disease state means how much drug is available for particular binding component or binding tissue, and these is available Concentration is mainly vary person to person according to their body condition. If he or she is suffering from certain disease, so the binding may be vary or takes place less. Next is number of binding site on the binding agent. How much site is available to particular binding site, or how much site is for easily bind at particular drug. In this, albumin has a large binding site as compared to other protein and high capacity binding component. Next is AAG having a low concentration and low molecular size, therefore it's a limiting binding site. Means albumin are having a more site or more capacity or large variety of drug bind with albumin compared to AAG site. And so this is capacity or this large capacity of albumin, large drug are bind to the site, and only those drugs who have a molecular size is small or low in concentration and their capacity of binding is limited are bind with AAG site. So binding is also may vary to site, how much site is available for binding or their capacity or nature of the drug or molecular size. All these are the factors that are responsible to binding. Next is drug interaction factor. In this competition between a drug for the binding site or displacement interaction. Suppose you are taking two drugs and in this two drug there is interaction maybe takes place for competition between binding site, and suppose you are taking two drugs and there's only one site is available for binding. Or in this condition or in this example, there may be chances that single drug at bind to particular site or the meaning is not bind to that site. In this there may be competition that takes place between these two drugs. So displacement interaction is observed when you're taking more than one drug or more than single drug. A drug-drug interaction for a common binding site is called as displacement interaction, and these type of interaction is known as displacement interaction because in this there's drug-drug interaction takes place for common binding site, and this drug-drug interaction is also known as DI, that is displacement interaction, and DI can result in expected rise in free concentration of displaced drug, which may enhance clinical response or toxicity. Means this if a drug-drug interaction takes place, there may be chances that there is certain toxicity is observed or maybe clinical response or therapeutic response gets changed, and even drug metabolites can affect drug interaction or displacement interaction. Means there may be chances that your drug show certain toxicity if these drug-drug interaction is observed or do not observe a specific therapeutic response or show more side effect or toxic effect. Next is if the drug is easily metabolized or excretable, displacement result in significant reduction in elimination half-life, or there may be chances that during drug-drug interaction, drug is metabolized or excrete out, or do not absorb or do not reaches to particular site, and it shows fast elimination half-life. Means that you are taking a drug for a particular disease, but due to this drug-drug interaction, your drug gets metabolized and excrete out through body, and required amount of a drug do not show effect or don't reach just a particular site. Instead of therapeutic effect, it show more toxic effect or more side effect. Next is competition between drug and normal body constituent. Your drug also compete with normal body constituent or normal constituent present in your body. So there may be chances that this constituent react with drug or show improper effect of the drug or show more toxic effect. In this, you can say that free fatty acids are also known to interact with number of drugs that binds primarily human serum albumin. As the free fatty acid level is increased, means fatty acid also interact with number of drugs. Yeah, your body contains fatty acid, and these fatty acid is also interact or maybe react or maybe show certain interaction with some types of drug. And these drugs are mainly bind with human serum albumin. So these fatty acid as well as drug show competition between binding to HSA or human serum albumin. So this fatty acid level is increased, or this increased level may affect binding property. In this different is physiological, that is fasting condition, pathological like certain disease, in this diabetic myocardial infarction, pharmacological induced after heparin or caffeine administration. These are the conditions where this binding may vary. First condition is a physiological condition. This is known as fasting condition also. And pathological condition means person is suffering from certain disease like diabetic myocardial infarction. And the pharmacological induced means if person is taking certain drug which contain heparin or caffeine or maybe product of heparin caffeine. In this condition, this pharmacological or binding effect is also vary according to different drug. The fatty acid which modify the albumin binding, example is benzodiazepine, propanol, decrease and warfarin increase. These are the example, means a fatty acid that modify or affect binding to albumin side. This benzodiazepine and propanol mainly decrease the effect and warfarin increase the effect. Next is allosteric change in protein molecule. An allosteric change protein molecule definition process involve an alteration of a protein structure by drug is metabolic drug by modifying its binding capacity. Means you alter or change the structure of a protein or the metabolic capacity to bind into particular site. And in this example is aspirin increase the phenylbutazone and decrease the flufenic acid to albumin. If you're taking aspirin, it increase the effect of phenylbutazone, and you are taking flufenic as a binding site to albumin, it decrease the effect. It is an example of allosteric change in protein molecule. Next is patient-related factor. This patient-related factor first is age. In age, maybe person to person, this binding site is vary. In some person, they may be according to age more, and some less or not completely developed. So this is a major factor that affect the binding property. Age is also responsible to how much drug is bind to particular site. Next is intersubject variation. In intersubject variation, there's a difference of attribute to genetic and environmental factor. There may be certain genetic changes in your body or certain environmental factor vary person to person. In this condition, intersubject variation is occur and binding is also vary due to this genetic and environmental factor. Next third is disease state. In the disease state, almost every serious chronic illness is characterized by decreased albumin content. In a disease state, suppose person is suffering certain serious illness or certain chronic illness. Due to this chronic illness, there are chances that albumin content is reduced or albumin binding site is reduced. If less in binding site of albumin, so that less protein binding is takes place that particular site. This is a table how influence of disease state on protein drug binding takes place. In this condition, first is renal failure, and in change plasma protein is decreased, change in AAG site is increased, and effect on the drug protein binding affect acidic and neutral drug. Second is hepatic failure condition, decrease plasma albumin and no change in AAG site, and effect on drug protein binding affect acidic drug, but neutral drug do not affect. For arthritis, change in plasma albumin is decreased or maybe slightly decreased, or change in AAG site is increased, and effect on drug protein binding in this increase binding of a basic drug. Next is during surgery. During surgery, plasma albumin have no change, but AAG site is increased and the effect of drug protein is not observed. And in case of burns, albumin site is decreased and AAG site is increased, and effect on protein bindings affect acidic drug mainly. And in trauma, there's no change in plasma protein and AAG site is increased, and no much effect is observed on protein binding. Next is pregnancy. During pregnancy, change in plasma albumin is decreased and change in AAG site is increased, and no plasma protein effect is found, or too much effect is found in this trauma. And in pregnancy, decreased plasma albumin and slightly increase in AAG site, but no observation in protein binding. Next is myocardial infarction. In this, change in plasma albumin is decreased and change in AAG site is increased. And effect on the plasma protein is affect acidic drug only. This is all about binding. And the next is about the significance of protein and tissue binding. What are the significance of this binding? In this first is absorption. Due to this binding, there may be absorption is affect or maybe increase or decrease this absorption. Next is systemic solubility of the drug. The drug do not circulate properly in systemic circulation, or systemic solubility of drug is not takes place. Next is distribution. Distribution is also varied due to this binding or the concentration of the binding to drug. Next is tissue binding, apparent volume of distribution, and drug storage also vary due to this protein binding or tissue binding. Next is elimination is also affect, and the displacement, interaction, and toxicity. Certain displacement interaction is observed or toxicity may be produced if you are taking two drug or drug interaction takes place. In this condition, toxicity is more when tissue binding takes place. Next is diagnosis is also significance of this protein binding, and therapeutic and drug targeting, where the particular therapeutic response is required and how the drug target a particular site. All this is about the significance of protein and tissue binding. After this complete topic or complete lecture, you should know about complete information about the protein binding. In this protein binding, you know about what is protein binding, how it takes place, how it takes place blood cells and the extravascular tissue and plasma, and the significant how factors affect the particular protein binding. In this first is introduction of protein binding of the drug. What is protein binding and the complete description or detailed description of protein binding. Next is binding of a drug with different blood cells and extravascular tissue. How drug bind with blood cells, including plasma and different blood cells and RBC and other blood cells and hemoglobin. And extravascular tissue, including liver, lungs, kidney, all these extravascular tissue, including skin, muscle. How it takes place, this binding with extravascular as well as intravascular tissue. Different factors affecting protein binding, how factors affect this protein binding, and which are the factors which affect this protein binding, including patient-related factors, disease state or maybe displacement interaction, medicinal drug interaction. All this you know about in protein binding, a factor affecting protein binding. Next is significance of protein binding. In this, we know about various significance of protein binding, how the significance takes place. This is only complete information of protein binding, including factor affecting significance and different binding and their detailed description. After this complete topic, there's other reference. In first reference, Brahmankar D.M. Jaiswal, SV Biopharmaceutical and Pharmacokinetic. At present, second edition, Vallabh Prakashan. Tippin H.P. Bajaj, a principal application of biopharmaceutics and pharmacokinetic. First edition, carried publication. Next is Sargil L. August entry BCU, Applied Biopharmaceutics and Pharmacokinetic, 5th edition, MC Grell Hill Company. Next is Stepney's HP, Nagriskar MS, Introduction to Biopharmaceutics and Pharmacokinetic, 1st edition, Nirali Prakashan. 5th is Kodarkar A. Baklawal, Biopharmaceutical and Pharmacokinetic, 2nd edition, Nirali Prakashan. 6th one is Madan PL, Pharmaceutics and Pharmacokinetic, 1st edition, JP Brother Medical Publisher Limited. And 7th is Tripathi KD, Essential of Medical Pharmacology, 6th edition, JP Brother Medical Publisher Limited. And 8th is Bharat FSK, Essential of Pharmacotherapeutics, 5th edition, S. Chand and Company Limited. These are the all reference. You can use any book for this protein binding and factor affecting protein binding. All books are good. Now, these are the questions related to this topic. In first question, which of the following bond is not generally a bond? So which drug will bind in your body? In this, you know about which bond is in your body that binding is not takes place or binding is not responsible. First is hydrogen bond, B is hydrophobic bond, C is ionic bond, and D is covalent bond. And in second question, binding of a drug falls into two components. These are, A option is binding of a drug to blood component and extravascular tissue. And B option is binding of a drug to blood component other cells. C option is binding of a drug to cells and blood tissue. And D option is binding of a drug to blood component to bone cells. These are the options where two components are responsible for mainly binding of this drug. And third question is, which one of the following is the correct order of the drug binding to various plasma protein? In this, albumin having more alpha-1 acid glycoprotein followed by globulin followed by lipoprotein. In B option, albumin followed by globulin followed by lipoprotein and then alpha-1 acid glycoprotein. In C option, albumin have a more alpha-1 acid glycoprotein, then follow lipoprotein, then globulin. In the option, albumin have more than lipoprotein, then globulin, then alpha-1 acid glycoprotein. This is all are the order. You can select any one correct order that is required for binding of a drug to various plasma protein. Next, in fifth question, which vitamin molecule will bind to alpha-2 globulin? In this, A option is vitamin B complex, B option is vitamin A and vitamin B, and C option is vitamin A, D, E, K, and D option is the steroids bind to alpha-2 globulin, not vitamin. Next, fifth question is what is the molecular weight of human serum albumin? In this, A option is 5,000 Dalton, B option is 65,000 Dalton, and C option is 60,000 Dalton, and D option is 75 Dalton. And next sixth question is AHA comes under which protein family? A option is globulin, B is receptor, C is enzyme, and D is catalyst. In this, you know about HSA, that is human serum albumin, and the protein family. And previous fifth question, you know about molecular weight of human serum albumin. We already covered this better in this PPT or the slide. Next, seventh question. In this, what is the name of drug binding site 1 of HSA? A is tamoxifen binding site, B is digoxin binding site, and D is diazepam binding site, and then D is warfarin epoprosin binding site. And these are the options where the binding site 1 of human serum albumin takes place. And its question is which one of the following below base does not belong to 4 classes of lipoprotein? In this, A is chylomicron, B is very low density lipoprotein, C is high density lipoprotein, and D is fatty acid. These are the options. You can select any correct one option for class 1 lipoprotein. Next, ninth question is which of the given drug bind to alpha-1 globulin? In this, A option is steroidal drug, B option is vitamin A, D, E, K, and C option is ferrous iron, and D option is carotenoids. These are the options for you select any one correct answer for alpha-1 acid globulin. And last 10th question is that what is the name of drug binding site? Fourth of HSA. In this, you know about another name or synonym of this binding site of that fourth binding site of human serum albumin. And the option first is tamoxifen binding site. B option is the digoxin binding site, and C option is diazepam binding site, and the D option is warfarin epoprosin binding site. This is all about protein binding question. So when you study this protein binding topic very seriously, then you should answer all these questions. So these questions are very simple. You can solve this question by the help of this PPT, by the help of this protein binding PPT. This is all about questions. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone for watching and listening this video. Thank you.